Happy Saturday, T Squad. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today I'm here with my Real Housewives of Orange County Season 19, Episode 1 review. I cannot believe this show has been on for 19 years. Like next year it'll be 20 years. Their 20-year anniversary. So I know they got to do something big. This is their first Housewife franchise. And it has lasted 19 years, 19 seasons consecutively. That is crazy. No breaks, no nothing. Shout out to those ladies. So, we're going to talk about each lady individual on today's review. So, let's start off with Heather. So, now that we're back, Heather and her husband are selling that house that they bought in Los Angeles, I believe. They were gonna renovate it and do all of that stuff, but they had issues with the contractors, and now it's just a big old mess. So now at this point, they're going to sell it, and they're gonna get Josh Flagg and the other dude from $1 Million Listing to work together and sell the property. So I don't know if they're still gonna make that big move to LA by purchasing another home, or they just gonna stay in that penthouse in the sky that they got. I don't know. I frankly would love to see Heather on Beverly Hills. I think that is the move for her, but I don't know if that will ever happen. So then we go to Shannon, who is back in great spirits. I'm so happy we didn't start off with no trauma involving Shannon, because my God, it has been a rough 5 or 6 years for sis. But she let us know that she settled the situation with John, her ex. She ended up paying him $60,000 to get him out of her hair. And she was like, good luck using that money on y'all wedding, because I know that's what y'all gonna use it for. But she says that she is done with John Jansen. She is over him. And I believe her. I do believe that she's done and over that chapter in her life. And she's going to invite the ladies to this retreat that she has went to called the Golden Door, which is like really exclusive. Celebrities like Julia Roberts and Oprah Winfrey have went there. So it was really huge that she was able to get them to open the doors for them to come and film. So she's invited all of the ladies to come. Then we go to Tamra. Oh God, this lady. Oh my goodness. She's in therapy to work on her issues, to see why she's so angry. Y'all, I'm so sick of Tamra and this act of hers. Tamra, nobody believes you. You don't care about the way that you act. You've been acting this way for I don't know how many years, girl. You just doing this because you got such backlash last season for your behavior. So now you're trying to act like you're trying to change once again, but you never do. She in therapy, talking to the therapist about, I don't want to talk about all of my past trauma. It's bothering me so much. And once again, she's bringing up her daughter, who told her 50 million times she does not want to be discussed on this show, but she's steady doing it, and then wonder why her daughter don't want to have nothing to do with her. Once again, she's talking about Shannon betrayed her, talking about her that we have no proof of, and let's negate how you trashed her all last season and attacked her on numerous occasions, talked about her like a dog and everything else. But you're still the victim in this case. Sure, Tamara. Sure. Her and Jenn are not talking. And she says that Jenn and Ryan have been dogging her on social media. She just wants them to leave her alone because she's the victim once again, even though she went after that lady relationship and totally flipped on her last season. But Tamara is the victim once again. You can't make this mess up. She says that Katie is a sneaky snake. And I gotta say, I agree with it. Like, this isn't looking too good for Miss Katie this season, I gotta say. Because she's been talking to a lot of bloggers and talking out of term and stuff. But we gonna get to her in a second. Then we go to Jenn, who is planning her wedding with Ryan, and he does not want to have a traditional wedding, y'all. He wants to be on some Tommy and Pam type time. They get married in her bikini and him in some board shorts. I mean, what do you expect from somebody that likes to dress like he on Saved by the Bell? And Jen just gonna go along with it, child, because she did see, and he the one with the money. So, I mean, what is she to argue about, okay? She's happy, he's happy, child, let them be happy together. They get to talking about Tamra and how she's so-called in therapy, and Ryan was like, girl, bye. He was like, that's a load of crap. She's doing it for optics. And if she was really trying to change, you would have thought that it would have kicked in seasons ago when she had that baptism and did nothing change. She actually got worse. And I was like, I gotta agree with you, Ryan, when you're right. I gotta agree with you when you're right. But the gag is, Jenn got to talking about how when Ryan first started going to Cut Fitness, that Tamara would call her and be like, hot gym guy is here. I should take off my shirt. What do I have to do to get him to notice me or whatever? Cause he's not paying me any attention. And then she called her, text her one day talking about she's at hot gym guy's house. Should I go upstairs and take one for the team and all of this type of stuff? Do I think that Tamara said that to Jenn? Absolutely 1000%. 1000%. 1000%. Yes. Tamara is a whore. She's an old 80s whore, okay? And her and that beard, she over there married 2 child. Girl, okay. Okay. I do believe that she be flirting with other men. I could probably bet she's probably dipped off over the years and slept with somebody else outside of Eddie. And I do believe that it is a situation with her where she probably is a little bit jealous that Jenn was the one that pulled him. I really honestly do. And I believe Jenn 1000% when she says that Tamara was saying these things about Ryan. Emily, she has kept her weight off, but she is going through things with one of her twin sons by the name of Luke, who has an eating problem. He does not like to eat. He eats very little, but he's always hungry, but he doesn't want to eat anything. She says that he's disgusted by food. Like, she can only get him to eat things like Chex Mix and things of that nature. And she's really worried about him. And I know recently, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was reports that he was in the hospital or something like that. And it was something that really stuck out for me, though. It was when Shane said that one day he bet him $20 to eat. I forgot what it was. It was something. And when he bribed him to eat it, he ate it, swallowed it and everything. So I don't know if it's a thing that I do believe he has an issue with food. But I do believe that maybe if they made like a game out of it, instead of just asking him, do you want this? And him saying no. Do you want this? And him saying no. I mean, as a parent, you have to make him eat at some point. Like, you're going to have to figure it out. Either get him some of them little milk can things that they give you when you're in the hospital. I can't think of the name of it right now, but y'all know what I'm talking about, for nourishment. Or like, if since he was bribed with $20 to eat something and he did it with it was a fry, I believe. He did it with no hesitation. How about if you eat your food, you get to do this. You get 30 extra minutes on your phone or your tablet or whatever. Like, make it a game. Like, he has to work for these things if he eats. You know what I'm saying? Like, it gotta be something that can be done in this situation, and therapy also to get him to have a more healthy relationship with food, because he's 10 years old. Like, what is going on? And when I first heard about this, I was wondering, does he have a bad association with food because of Emily? Always talking about needing to lose weight. She's fat, this, that, and the third. But I don't know. But I just pray for them, and I pray for her son, and that he's able to work his way through this, and that they are able to help him work his way through this. Later on in the episode, she tells Gina that he was diagnosed with autism. And I'm sorry, but that lady was in that car fake crying. She was fake crying. It went from, wait, I just have something to tell you. We just found out he has autism. And Gina was like, really? And she was like, yeah, he has autism, and I just don't know what to do. Like, I don't understand white women and this fake crying that they do. Like, just talk, be normal. If you're not emotional, you don't have to pretend to be emotional. But all that fake crying that they be doing is so weird, because they do it on a dime. Like, it's nothing to them. It is something that has been ingrained in white women from the beginning of time, obviously, to play the victim and cry or fake cry. It's the weirdest thing ever to me. But she was questioning, is she a bad mom because she didn't notice this? She didn't notice the situation with him not eating in the beginning, and all of these different things. So they're going through it with that. And from what I'm seeing, Shane ain't being as supportive as he should be, which is another issue, which is annoying as hell to me. But she's also dealing with an issue with Katie. And what was said last season by Katie's daughter when she babysat her sons, and her daughter saying that Emily's son told her that Emily said that she can't stand Heather, she hates Heather, and all of this, that, and the third. Now, Emily has denied this. She says she doesn't even talk like that around her kids, but we saw last season that is a lie. They actually showed her talking about her castmates in front of her children. So we know that is a lie. Girl, we know you don't like Heather. Like, so come on now. Like, stop. You said it. You just didn't like that you were called out about talking about your cast members in front of your children. So Gina, her and that man Travis, they moved back in together. They've gotten them a bigger home. Congratulations. They finally worked their way up to get them a house child. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. She says that she is no longer going to live in fear of his ex-wife and the terror she has put on their life, and that she's going to do whatever she can to be happy with their little family or whatever. Then she lets us know that Jenn told her that Katie's stories never add up, and that she's a con artist. We see the flashback scene where she says this to Jen's face, and Jenn was like, I said that? Well, that was me. Like, she has no recollection of her saying this. The look on Jen's face made me believe that she was honestly confused on, I don't think I said that, but you're adamant that I did. Like, it wasn't coming across like she got caught. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if that was actually said or not. I've never known Gina per se to be a liar, but I don't know. She's mad at Katie too for the situation with Emily that I'm about to go further into. And she also is upset with Katie because she was the one that brought her into the group, and feels like she's been blindsided by this person that she never knew this side of. So then we go to Katie. Now, as far as Katie is concerned, they had made a pact last season before the reunion that they were no longer going to discuss each other's kids after the whole situation came up with Katie's daughter spilling the beans, right? Her and Emily said, we're not going to discuss each other's families, kids, or whatever. They get to the reunion, and Emily broke that pact by bringing up Katie's situation with her children, where she had to give up custody of them because she couldn't, I guess, financially handle it or whatever at one point in time. And she brought that up at the reunion, which was not nice. It was not nice. It wasn't warranted, because, like, what does that have to do with anything that we're on this stage talking about, right? So she was upset about that. So she says that her daughter had did a podcast with some blogger, and she gets a DM or something like that from Emily's ex nanny, who co-signed everything that Katie's daughter said about Emily talking about Heather and I think maybe even the other girls in front of her children. Katie said that when the girl reached out to her, she was like, I mean, there's nothing I could do with this information. Like, she didn't want to have nothing to do with it. But my daughter just did this podcast. If you want to talk about it, here, go on this lady's podcast and talk about it, which apparently the girl did. So Emily is pissed off now with Katie for doing that, because she feels like, once again, you're talking about my kids and plotting on me and having people attack my family. Now, in this situation, I feel like, was Katie wrong for telling this ex-nanny to go on this podcast and discuss it? I wouldn't personally have done it, because if you don't want to have anything to do with it, then don't have anything to do with it. I just wish she would be real about it. Like, what she did say later on in the episode, she was like, yeah, I did it because I was mad. So I was mad about you bringing up my situation at the reunion. She kept it a buck on it. She kept it a buck, but they're trying to say that Katie does have a rapport or something with this ex-nanny. She's saying, I don't even remember the girl name, and this, that, and the third, or whatever. She was like, I'm going to find the DM so I can prove to you guys it's not what you think, this, that, and the third. But she has yet to show any receipts. Like I said, I wouldn't have personally did what Katie did, but you talked about my kids, I'm going to talk about your kids. Period. You know what I'm saying? Don't bring up my situation. I won't bring up your situation. And how about you stop talking about people in front of your kids, and then maybe we won't have this issue. Okay? Emily, you can't do something and then get mad when somebody retaliates. Now, as far as them all calling Katie out for talking to bloggers and being underhanded, and then when you confront her, it's, I don't know what you're talking about, huh? Or whatever. She always has an excuse for everything. It does look like she's being messy behind the scenes, and then when you call her out, she's trying to act like she don't know what the hell is going on. But I'm going to save judgment for the rest of this season. But as far as her and the Emily situation, as of where it stands now, I don't feel like she was technically that wrong, right? But Emily and Gina confront her about the situation. Now, Gina and Katie were supposed to link up one-on-one, and she ended up bringing Emily and not telling her, which I didn't think was cool. But she said she did it because she didn't think that Katie would come if she knew that Emily was coming. But that's not right. You don't ambush people like that. But Katie held her own. In the end of the conversation, they once again agreed not to talk about each other's family. She tried to give Emily a hug, but Emily was like, nah, I'm good. And Katie went off like, bitch, okay, whatever, and left. Then at the end of the episode, the ladies, like I said, they go to the retreat, and the whole situation with the nanny situation comes up, and they're asking Katie to show the receipts of you saying that you don't know this girl like that, but she told me she don't have cell service. Some ladies did, other ladies didn't. But like Gina said, if you're this adamant about you don't have no relationship with her, I would have thought that you would have went and found this information to show everybody. And the fact that it's been a few days since we even linked up and you still haven't even looked, it makes her look guilty. So that's my review of the Real Housewives of Orange County season 19 episode 1. I thought that this was a good premiere. Was it a great premiere? No. Was it a good premiere? Yes. We're already starting off with drama from the last season. We're getting some family issues and things. I'm liking where this season is heading, but I'm ready to see where it's going to go. I'm excited about Gretchen returning. I think Gretchen coming into the mix is going to spice things up and add a new flavor. So we shall see, but I'm enjoying it. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about the Orange County premiere. Let's talk about it down below in the comments section, you guys. Please make sure to thumbs up this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on your post notifications so you know when my videos drop. I love you, T Squad, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.